Hello, it's the 1st of December, just a very quick update. Clarification really on some of the things that have come out from my talk. I'm very grateful that so many people have come across to me. Robert David Steele, Kerry Cassidy, lots of people, Magenta Pixie, people that I don't even know have shared the initial videos, so thank you for that. But a lot of you, of course, who have no experience of me, don't know me, are saying, well, who is this guy and how does he know all this? And a small minority of you are being very unpleasant, actually. I don't know why you listen to me if all you want to do is to ignore what I'm saying. Go listen to someone else who'll tell you lies. So those of you who are interested and have not come across me before, I'm going to give you a very, very quick background, and then I'm just going to give you some updates, some clarifications is probably a better word. Okay, so I am British. Mother and father were British, but my grandfather worked for the British External Security Service called MI6, but really he was working for the CIA on loan or leased out, if you like. My mother worked for MI5, but really she was working for the National Security Agency, and again she was leased out. So there's a family there. My grandfather was also a British diplomat, so that's the line there. Recently I had an offer to work for the CIA, which I've turned down. That came through a guy called Ted Marr. Ted Marr has a radio show, was based in Seattle. He's since moved his station. He's a very pro-Trump guy, and the mayor literally closed him down. And he was approached. I was on the radio show once a month or twice a month. He hosted it, and I did the radio show, and the CIA approached him, and he came to me and said, look, there's a job offer. They want to move you to Washington, D.C., you and everybody else around you, and this is what they want you to do. And I said, thank you, but no thank you. I'd already taken a job from another organization to go to Arizona in the United States. And for those of you who are new to me, yes, I've been offered a job in America, hopefully relocating to AZ sometime in the new year when things have calmed down. I've been offered a 5-year contract. And for those of you, again, even if you're in the industry, shall we say, and you don't know, Arizona is the home of the Q movement, and it's also the home of the 503rd Battalion. And if you're saying, what's the 503rd Battalion? It's the Krakens. So when Sidney Powell was referring to unleash the Kraken, she was actually referring to the 503rd Battalion, which is in Arizona. Alpha, Bravo and Charlie companies are actually based there. So I've been offered a job in Arizona. Fingers crossed we can get out there. Right, okay. Wanted to put you in the picture that at any moment we expect to be dropped off. So we're on BitChute, and if you are interested in the updates, then if we suddenly disappear from YouTube, will you please make your way to BitChute and see if you can find me. It seems that all the truth speakers are actually on BitChute. Robert David Steele said he'd try and get me a chat with one of the managers there, see if we can get some sort of platform up quite quickly. Thank you, Robert. If you can do that, I'd be very grateful. Right, just wanted to put something right. There's been two aspects to what I've said in relation to the attack on the Frankfurt CIA facility. One is that the CIA director was shot and killed. I actually said that if you remember, that a leading manager, station manager, was wounded. I couldn't at that time, I wasn't authorized, shall we say, at that time to tell you who that was. But it's absolutely true that the CIA director was in the Frankfurt facility. What on earth was the head of the CIA doing off American soil in a building containing Dominion servers? And I can tell you that they were trying to shred every document, remove everything. But the good guys, that's the 305 Battalion and other units as well, were totally aware that the CIA director was there, and the raid was done deliberately to catch that person red-handed. The reason that 5 American patriots were killed in the operation was because the bodyguard around the CIA director basically fought. Everybody else just sort of gave up, but the bodyguard around the director fought, and that's what occurred. So there are 2 versions now, that she's dead, or she's, went to Guantanamo Bay. What I want to tell you is that she's not dead. That's a cover story. I don't think I'm going to be in trouble for telling you that. That's the truth. That's a cover story placed up, a bit like Jeffrey Epstein, really. What happened was that when she was wounded, not severely, taken to Guantanamo Bay, but en route to Guantanamo Bay, she decided that she wanted to work for the good guys, and she literally sang like a canary. That's how it's been told to me. Those are the words used. In other words, that she's given all of the information she has to the White Hats. She didn't even get to Guantanamo Bay. The airplane turned back, and the deal that's been cut is that she will be quietly forgotten, quietly removed, new name, new details, etc., etc. That's not to say at some future date, one side or the other might change their mind on that, but at the moment, that is the deal that's been done. That just leaves the FBI, and I think that the FBI will fall into line now. If you know that the director of the CIA was shot by American military, has then turned her back on the deep state and has provided a great deal of information, I think if you're in the FBI, you do what you need to do. That is why I think that the FBI are much more likely to start doing indictments for the Biden. I mentioned that. I was quite careful on that because nobody else had been given that information, and some of you people who have not been very polite to me saying, how does he know this stuff? Look, just because I'm British doesn't mean I don't know what's happening, okay? And I've been offered a job in America. That must tell you something. And I am getting my information from American intelligence. American intelligence doesn't just mean the CIA and the FBI. There's a whole range of other patriot intelligence organizations that are active in the US. And indeed, it is those groups now that are in the ascendancy. It's those groups which are calling the shots, quite literally. And when the report was given to President Trump, I'm going to just give you the detail of the level of quality of information that I have, that when it was reported to President Trump that 5 of these very brave people had died in the operation at Frankfurt, he knew most of them personally, and he was incredibly moved and upset, and Melania, the First Lady, consoled him very much. It was a very difficult time when 2 military people came and told him what had happened, that they'd got all the software, they'd captured a lot of people, but there'd been these five losses, and he was deeply moved, and I say the First Lady did an excellent job in, keeping him strong in front of the military men. You can't afford to be too upset in front of your soldiers, because Trump knows all of these special operations individuals, and he likes to personally thank them whenever he can. He's not the sort of president that just waves his hand and says, get on with it. To the military, he takes a great interest in that. So he was quite upset and shocked by that. The information that I gave you is accurate, that a large number of these people have gone to Guantanamo Bay because they want to be taken off United States soil. Some of them can be rehabilitated, brought back. Some of them can never be rehabilitated, but all of them have a story to tell, all of them have information to tell. All of them have acted in a treasonous way, and when you act in a treasonous way, you should expect the greatest penalties, unless you can cut a deal. I know a lot of us don't like deal making, but the president is up against a time scale here and would like as much information as possible, and so they will cut deals if it can help them to short circuit the time frame that we've got here. So that was it really. Just wanted to give you the point that the CIA director is not dead. The CIA director is working now with the White Hats. Oh, she's been sacked. Trump has sacked her from the position. Don't expect a replacement at the moment. Going to keep that open. If you take the head off the snake, then you have to check the rest of the body, and when the rest of the body's good, you can put the head back on it, can't you? So there we are. That's it. So those of you who have been faithfully listening to me, you know all about it. I'm sorry I had to tell you the bit at the beginning, but there've been a lot of people who who is this guy, how does he know, and he's making it all up and he's just copying other people. No, I'm not. I really am not. And if you take the trouble to regularly listen in, you'll find that you receive information here that you don't hear anywhere else. And again, I'm the founder of Connecting Consciousness. We have a worldwide organization, thousands of members. If you're just interested in the updates, that's fine. I'm providing that because I wish to counter the total lies coming out from the deep state. Okay, that's it. No waffle, no nonsense, no talking about what we saw on television or how we are today. Just the facts. You can get on with it. Speak to you later. God bless.